Hi, Mike here with Flockoff. In this 2-minute interview, we're going to be talking about rooftop seagull and pigeon abatement using the Flockoff system. I have Peter McCarthy here from Pest IT of Australia. Peter is got over 20 years, well over 20 years experience in bird control, and is our exclusive distribution partner for Australia and New Zealand. Hi, Peter.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, mate?
Hey, good, man.
Awesome.
Hey, Peter, I just have two quick questions for you here.
Yeah.
You have just recently finished installing your first two flock-off systems on two large commercial rooftops. Can you tell me what that experience was like?
Yeah, that was really exciting because we used them as training installations. I had five or six different companies with me on the installations, particularly in the larger of the two, which had three flock off kits installed. The two around the perimeter were very easy and simple to install. And then it got quite complicated and interesting when we were doing all the different air conditioning systems. There was five or six different air conditioning systems. So we ran conduit in between them all and did quite a sophisticated arrangement. So yeah, it was quite an experience because both of the large rooftops were going to be elevated netting and it was changed to flock off. And what excites me is that both installations were done in probably 1/4 or 25% of the time that it would have taken to do elevated netting. So it was quite an amazing outcome.
Outstanding. Hey, question two. I know these are just your first installs and you've only just done them.
Yep.
And recently did them and turn them on, but what was your impression of the reaction of the birds and the effectiveness of the systems?
Yeah. So both of the installations were what we'd call nesting rookeries for silver gulls. So smaller than your Pacific gull, but some of them, both rooftops had about 200 to 300 seagulls. And both of them also had some pigeons, but the primary issue was seagulls. Now, what was really interesting is the dramatic effect. As soon as we turned the system on, 300 birds literally just took off and hovered above the system for hours. And so I was lucky enough to stay there and just watch. And then I've gone back to the sites a couple of times since. And the interesting thing is to see the large number of birds on all the adjoining roofs. So it's really like the video footage from those jobs is quite dramatic. Not just the initial outcome, but then just to watch. So I'm going out to both sites in next week to also just do a bit of a review. But like stunning, really interesting.
That is awesome. And we hear that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Peter, I appreciate it. Those are just two questions I had.
Cool.
And hey, man, I look forward to following up with you in the future, maybe another month,
Yep.
to hear about your follow-up visits.
Yeah, cool. Well, look, most importantly, I just appreciate your support. The technical assistance you're offering us is just outstanding, and the product itself is speaking for itself. It's a really cool, game-changing arrangement and a new technology that we're excited about. So, appreciate everything.